Hello, friends. You're listening to HAP Hazardous Radio, FM. It's a beautiful day out today. Clear skies, gentle breeze. And I'm lying, because it's been absolutely raining like crazy where I am here today. But boy, I'm happy it's Friday. Unfortunately, though, not really a Friday for me in the truest sense of it's the end of the work week, because my brilliant self decided to go ahead and elect to cover some work happening on overtime Saturday where I am. So, unfortunately for me, I will be working tomorrow. Will I enjoy it? Abso-freaking-lutely not. But, hey, that's just how it rolls. So I'll go ahead and jump into some Satisfactory in the meantime. You can at least enjoy some of that, you know? Oh man, feels good to be back. Feels good to be back at the factory, and things have been moving. Things have been moving here. I've been keeping an eye on how the train's been performing, and yeah, it's definitely transporting a lot more plastic than I really need for this factory, but that's fine. That's fine, because right now I actually don't have a plan in place for anything else plastic related in the near future. So yeah, as you can see, like right now it's just dumping all the excess plastic everywhere. But yeah. Hey, what's up, cyberspace? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, playing some Satisfactory. Yeah, I set up trains last stream, or set up just a small train route. I do plan on expanding, but today I actually don't have that much time to start messing around with trains. I want to get aluminum over here at some point, because I have, in this factory, I do have a surplus of computers and what are these called? What are these called? I always forget their names. What are you called? Crystal oscillators. And so I have just enough that I can start transporting aluminum here and making myself some radio control units. Not much, but you know, good enough. But good news is actually we can start with this. So this is actually one of our space elevator items. We finally achieved one of our space elevator items. So you know what? Let's go ahead, grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Let's go over to the main base. You know, it's a bit of a celebration today. Who dat, who dare? It's me. It's Haphazardous Waste. Also, hi, Brandy. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Playing some Satisfactory. It's gonna be a relatively short stream today. Unfortunately, I have to work tomorrow, despite it being Friday. My brilliant self thought, hey, why not do that? Like, why not just keep working and not taking a break? Anyways, oh, look at that. Look at our train go. Just one little train with one little car, but it gets the job done. Gets plastic to our factory, so very happy about that. But over here's the space elevator. It has been a while since I have been to this space elevator. So I'm very happy to be back. Adding some items, actually completing 1/4 of phase 4. Very happy about that. But boy, let me tell you what, the other 3/4, I mean, it took us this long to get one item there. But yeah. Working on transferring your creative village build onto the server, so building and listening. All right, yeah, no worries. Definitely won't try to sabotage you in any way. Like, oh, did you wait? Brandy, I think you forgot to get that one thing. Oh, you missed that building, Brandy. Oh, no. I don't think you placed that right. I don't know. No, I would never do anything like that to you, Brandy. All right, so let's get a little storage container here. Just a happy little storage container. Set that up right there. You know what? We'll use Mark 1 just because I want to see this kind of go in. Nice and happy. Look at that. Look at this. Look at our first item in forever going into the space elevator. Oh, it's sublime. It's beautiful. Just got back from the shopping just because you're out of course dirt. Nice. I gotta get back on there at some point. I haven't even checked my shops in I don't know how long. Oh man. Happy days. You know what? This warrants a selfie. I'm gonna do it. Image. Grab the selfie. Gotta have a pose though. Hold on. Selfie. You know, just a little thumbs up. You know, it's the first item we're putting in the space elevator, so it just warrants a small thumbs up. Nothing major. There we go. All right, we're gonna let that go. Very nice. Don't just ignore this mess of a factory, please. This just gets me all the basic items I need for building. It will actually be going away. I have plans for this area now. Like, I need to use this area. So I'm gonna have to actually tear everything out over here, so. Oh boy. So a lot of redstone lamps and target blocks. Oh yeah, I definitely need to get back on then. Target blocks? Really? Dang, that hasn't sold in I don't know how long. Okay. Oh yeah, let's go ahead, chuck these in here. There we go. All right. Yay, our first item's going into the elevator. That makes me so happy, actually, because it's been so long since I've actually made some honest progress here. Woo, frames freaking out a little bit. Ooh, there we go. All right. We have our small little oil power field, or oil, I say, turbo fuel power plant right there, which is made from the byproduct of all the plastic we've been creating. And yeah, so actually, today, as you see by the title of this stream, by the way, we are actually going to be starting in a new area, and I'm actually gonna head over to this area right now. It's not too far from our power plant, actually, but it's just within range that we can utilize a good portion of this area. Hello, 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 hello. Woo! All right, so in this area here, hold on, there's baddies. I know there's baddies. Come on, where are they? There they are. Ow, 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 ow. Get out, get out. Nope, don't start what you can't finish. All right, so this area is going to be what I'm calling Motorworks. This is where I'm going to be creating a lot of, oh, hi. Do I have berries? I have berries. Oh, you got scared. You got scared of me. Hold on. Barry. Barry. There's Barry. Hey, come on, there's Barry. Be my friend. Be my friend. All right, whatever. But anyways, going back to this area. This area is home to not one, not two, but 3 pure iron nodes. Not only that, but a pure copper node, which is really nice. And then of course pure limestone, but actually we're not going to be utilizing the limestone in this area, which feels wrong. We just need the iron and copper. And this factory that we're gonna be building is going to be called, as I said, Motorworks, which is gonna be home to several Ow. I'm in the middle of monologuing here. Get out of here. I don't really need to get the thing. But anyways, back to Motorworks. So this is going to be home to effectively just everything motor related. I'm going to be manufacturing motors here, sending them into modular engines and turbo motors. Because, let me see it. So this is right here. This is one of the next items I'm going to be working towards for this factory. Let's see. So what is this called? I don't even remember. Let's get the codex going. I gotta remember the names of parts. I just know it as that thing that needs motors. Thermal propulsion rockets. So, thermal propulsion rockets, as you see, it requires turbo motors and modular engines. So we're gonna be manufacturing those here. And we're probably gonna be manufacturing, I don't know if we'll be manufacturing everything for the thermal propulsion rockets in this area, because we will need to eventually we do need to transfer over these 2 items, which I will get to as well. But these items require nitrogen, as you can see. So there's another area I have planned. It's called, as I'm calling it, Nitro Works, or In Between Works, mainly because we need nitrogen. And right here is a big heaping helping of nitrogen nodes. So basically, I want to transport all the items I need that require nitrogen mixed in, mix them all together here, and then distribute them to all the factories that require those nitrogen items, like Motorworks. Maybe I will manufacture them all in the same area, but here we go. We're gonna go down here real quick. Hopefully I can still stand in this water. I can, all right. Oh, I sort of can, okay. So I'm actually gonna start building the factory down here because, oh boy, I'm dealing with pure nodes here. Pure nodes is what I am dealing with. And that means I'm gonna be manufacturing a ton of parts. I'm probably gonna be manufacturing more. Oh, nope. There we go. Probably been manufacturing more in regards to output than the, what's it called? The electronics desert that I have. I'm going to need a ton of space. I'm not holding back here. I need the space. And it's a good thing I took care of this now. But I did sort of sort out my my need for concrete in a way because I set up a small little setup over by the electronics desert next to a pure node of limestone. And I have a thing of I have 4 double wide containers going right now of just concrete that I've been manufacturing for a while, but I do need to actually, I probably will need to hook that back up eventually because I don't have anything producing concrete currently. I just have a large storage collection of it. This is gonna be a biggin'. This is gonna be a biggin' of a factory. I need the room. Basically what I plan on doing is I'm going to be maximizing the resources in this area for what I can produce. Oh, don't you start with me. Don't you start with me. Is there a cave or anything? No. So I'm going to be, because I'm literally taking into account maximum belt speed that I have currently and sending it into absolutely everything. So what I mean by that is I'm using a pure node, like 3 pure nodes, and I'm gonna be extracting all of the iron and copper to the absolute maximum efficiency I can. So what I'm building here is a large platform for all the refineries that I need for all of the pure iron ingots we're gonna be manufacturing. Which is basically, you make iron ingots from the iron ore by just adding water. However, refineries, which I have a love-hate relationship with, I love them because they absolutely increase output of resources like iron and copper. They're just massive buildings. And you need a lot of them. Like, you actually need a lot of them. I'm gonna go fight these guys. I wanna fight them. I don't know. Is it rude to just want to fight him? I'm gonna fight him. Come here. Oops. Oh, whoops. You thought you could do it. You thought you could take me on. Well, this is nice to see our factory off in the distance. See our beautiful power plant here. Part of me is still very tempted to convert that power plant using the oil nodes, because I have a lot of refineries there, but man, oh man, oh man. I feel like there'd be a lot of work going into, so I was thinking maybe turning it into a turbo fuel factory, but that is going to require a butt ton, and I mean a butt ton of generators. Pardon me. I don't know if it's worth the effort. I don't know if it's worth redesigning it. It is very efficient for what it does, but it's just powering with fuel. Which, yeah, I could definitely get more output of power. I just don't know if it's worth it, man. And if it seems like I'm being a bit excessive here with the concrete here, oh, Oh, you have not seen anything yet. Because let me show you. So let me pull up my notes. I always have my notes with me. Let's see here. I need 72 refineries for just iron. 72 refineries for just iron. Yes, you heard me right. 72. Just iron. So, this is going to be a massive, massive, massive build. So, actually, I'm going to keep extending out this way. And it is going to operate on the basis of just add water. Because not only do I need 72, I'm making it 72. I don't need exactly 72, but I'm going to make it 72. Not only do I need 72 refineries for just iron, I need 45 refineries for just copper. And all of this, what I love about this game too, is all of this is going to result in me manufacturing like maybe 10 turbo motors a minute. All of this effort, all of this resource work, 10. Which is pretty crazy though for how complex of an item it is. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, that was it? All right, let's see here. I think the best way to handle this, I actually don't know the best way to handle this. Oop. I was gonna say, so right now I need to convert 3. I think I need 3 total. I think I have enough for 3 minor Mark IIIs for this. But I have to convert 3 lanes into 5 for the iron. 3 lanes into 5 for the iron. And then, yeah. I don't know how well that's gonna go over. Because I need 45. No, because I can do. No, sorry, hold on. 32. I was trying to math in my head how this is all gonna work out. And math in my head, I mean, I'm pulling out a calculator right now. You line at 22. You load up Satisfactory once since 1.2 comes out, and now it's everywhere. Yeah, heck yeah. It's a great game. What do you want? All right. Let me see. Let's grab my blueprints. My manifold. Oh, that's right. I think in order to maximize space usage, I'm gonna have to split some things. That's gonna be interesting. But isn't there a built-in calculator on PC? Probably. I don't know. I just like having my phone right next to me. I just use that. Let's see. So I could use my blueprint, but I'd have to convert a lot of everything, or I could just start placing refineries flat out, and I think I'm just gonna do that. So if I do 72, I do 3 lanes of 24, how much would that get me? Let me do refinery real quick. Woohoo! Honestly, I want to keep it sort of in line with the cliffside though, just because I want it to be like tucked under what the rest of the build is going to be. I mean, obviously, I'm just going to make platforms for right now, so the rest of the build will come later. That Xbox, yeah, the Satisfactory modeler and a calculator over on your PC. Heck yeah! My notes is basically from the Satisfactory calculator, and I just use my phone for, it's Satisfactory modeler, and my phone is my calculator. That's how I do it for stream. Oh my gosh, it's Hap. Oh my gosh, it's Level. Here on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Gentle breeze. Clear skies. And I'm lying because we just got a ton of rain. Well, the breeze is probably gentle despite the rain, but still, a lot of rain. All right, so let me see if I can calculate this right. So I need pure iron ingot for this. Yeah, I need to set this to, let me just see real quick. The way I do this is the way I play. I know a lot of people aren't into this because they don't like the unclean number that I'm about to calculate. The modeler has told me that I need 66.86 refineries for the amount of iron ore I'm going to be processing. So, 66.86, but I want to make it into 72 refineries because I need to have 6 Mark V conveyors because my conveyor speed has to catch up with this. So I need 6 Mark V conveyors to keep up with the demand of all the refineries. So technically I'm going to split it into 72 lanes, or 72, like technically I'm going to increase it to 72 because it's just over 66, so I could do 11. But I need to set this, so what I do is I take that number, I take the 66.86 that the modeler tells me, and then I divide it by the 72 that I actually need, and that gets me the percentage that I want, which is 92.8. I'm gonna round it up to 7, because it's 92.861111. I'll do 86, that should be close enough. And that's what I set it to. So 92.86, boom. Okay, so I take that number now, just to make sure I'm still on top of things. I do need 6, so this is going to be basically put into 3. But I need to split it, I'm going to split, alright, hold on. So I need 6 rows of refineries all stitched together for this, for each lane that I'm inputting. So like this, the iron ore demand can input, but the iron ingot output is going to be greater. So what I do is, I'm going to split this into 3 lanes because I got 3 things of iron ore coming from the pure nodes up on the cliffside. 3 lanes, but I'm going to split those lanes into 2 sections so I have enough room to clear out the iron ore. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. I work with the percentages just because I don't know, it's easy to keep the settings. I could probably like just add on the whatever last one is at whatever percentage, but I mean, maybe it saves on more power, I don't know. Okay, so I have 72, so hold on. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. 72 divided by 6. I need 6 groups of 12. Okay. Yeah, it was clear here, then 5 minutes later, thunder and pouring rain. Told the kids it was gully washer. They laughed at the word, but it's literally in the dictionary, so ha. Yeah, I mean, hey. I mean, can't argue with Merriam and Webster. Sorry, I'm sure for my folks overseas, it's Oxford or whatever. Is that enough space? Hold on, let's place a splitter. Just to get that out of the way. I really wish I had the bigger. You know, I have it on my toolbar. I gotta remember my freaking toolbar. I don't know why, but I always forget my toolbar. I'll set that there, and give that a good refinery distance. Let's see here. Okay, and then we'll set that. That lines it up. I basically want the water to input from above. Ooh, don't fall in. Okay. You already configured this. Haha! Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't need you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's one section. I'm gonna give this just a little bit of breathing room because I want to leave just a little bit of space between, like I want to section it off so that I can have the iron ingots wrap around. Just to make it, just for logistics sake. And that should be enough room right there, honestly. Alright. 2, 3. Now the number doesn't work out fully evenly for the belt speed of the output, so the belt speed leaving might look a little ugly at first. How long did I do 6? I was talking and I wasn't paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. Same thing again. Add the splitter. Splitter. There we go. That would be in line with that splitter. Yep. Yeah. So thanks to the belt speed, the manifolds will actually work out well on this. But just ever so perfectly, which is what I'm going for. That's what I want. That's how I operate in this game. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There we go. That's 1 node worth of refineries right there. Let's get the light on too. Okay. Might actually have to use some awesome coupons to buy some of the resources I need for a Mark III miner. Because I'm not producing the items currently that I need in order to manufacture it. Or in order to build it, I should say. There we go. But then we just introduce a Mark V belt speed. So even though the Mark III miner can produce a lot faster than what I'm about to set it to, but even though that's the case, what I'm doing is setting it to the maximum belt speed that I have available, which is 780 items a minute. It's all about your inputs, the outputs, and all that stuff. All right, so I think I'm gonna do Mark IV belt speed. I think that helps everything balance a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Trot. I don't even know what accent I'm doing there. I'm just doing it. Oh man, I love, but I hate refineries. They're just such big builds. They take up a lot of space, but man, do they have a lot of useful recipes. They have so many useful recipes. Oh, that did do it. All right. Come on, game, I need to hear the zap. Otherwise, I don't know if you're connected. It didn't do it there, but yeah, it's connected. Where's my zap? Hashtag, where's my zap? It didn't do it again. Right at the end. All right. All right. Now we just got to do this 3 more times. Actually, not even. I'm not done yet. I got to put in the water input into this. Gee willikers. Golly gee willikers, Batman. Man, look at this though. This is cool. All right, we're gonna do it this way. Actually, how much water do we need? All right, so I need. All right, hold on. 18.572 times. How many did I put here? Wait, how many did I put here? 24. 445.728 things of water per minute. Okay. That might actually be doable. I think that's just, hold on, that should just be 1 water extractor fully overclocked, right? Let's see. No, it's 300. Okay, so I need 2. I need at least 2. That's not bad. I can work with that. And I will need, actually no, I just need a Mark II pipe. This is great. This is fantastic. Fantastic. All right, let's put you here. Put another one here. Put it up close so that hopefully they can connect. Oh yeah, but to those tuning in, because I'm seeing a couple people in chat, I am building what I am calling Motorworks. So one of the phase 4 items I have to be manufacturing up in the corner there. Oh, hold on. How do I Gosh, I gotta learn the buttons, man. There we go. Whatever. I'll just go here. One of them is the thermal propulsion rocket. So 2 of the 4 items, the 4 complicated items needed to make the thermal propulsion rocket, are modular engines and turbo motors, both of which require, you guessed it, motors. So what's really nice about this area is, as you can see, the base recipe for a motor is just stators and rotors mixed together, just kind of mashed together like that. But you need it with alternate recipes, of course. You can narrow down the items needed to just, I can literally do it with just iron ore, but I have copper as well. So it's going to be just wire and steel pipe with just the alternate recipes, which is great. That's wonderful. I'll take it. But yeah, so I'm going to be manufacturing a ton of motors here. I'm going to be importing several items, including rubber and whatnot for that, and then eventually manufacturing turbo motors here, because yes. So that's what I'm working on now. It's Motorworks. Unfortunately, though, I don't think this is going to be too long of a stream today. I despite it being Friday, despite it being beautiful Friday, I have to work tomorrow. I'm not happy about that, but I'm going to do it. All right, then Mark II pipe. Yes. Very nice. And it fits. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I can just take my, there we go. Come on. There we go. You know, I'll just do it on one side first. And then there we go. Actually, that, before I sanity check, before I do this, that can connect, right? Yes, it can. Okay, cool. I don't care how it looks in that small little connection, but you know. I do wish there was enough on the blueprint maker. Oop, hold on, this might not. Oh, fine. I wish there was enough room on the blueprint maker so you can make a better manifold for this. That'd be nice. Oh, will that work? Going the other way? It should work, right? With the T-junction? If I have to make it a jump. Wow, okay. Brain. Pipeline junction, okay. This is a T-junction, so I thought the other one was gonna be like an X-junction. But if I have to, oh no, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Lesson learned, lesson learned. You didn't get too far into it, that's fine. It's all good. We learn from our mistakes. We are the masters of our world in this game. We can make mistakes. We get very angry at the mistakes we make, but we can make mistakes. Call your job and tell them to stop being so mean to me. I know, right? I want them to. I want them to stop being so mean. Okay, well, let's see if this can connect, because this might be complicated. Please connect. Oh gosh. Oh golly. Oh gosh. Oh golly. Oh no. Alright, come on. There has to be a healthy midpoint somewhere. What if I do... Oh man, this stinks. Oh, I think I had to do this over at... You know, hold on. Let's take a slight detour from things. Also, what happened to you? Why are you the way that you are? I just needed one. Alright, we're gonna take a slight, we're gonna tour slight. I just wanna go over to the computer factory, the electronics desert. And I wanna see what I did for the small network of refineries I did over there. Because I think I made it so that the pipeline junction was at the midpoint between the two. I don't remember. Hi, friends. Hi. Not today. Can I get up there? 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 Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Woo! Look at that quick switch. Did you see that? Did you see that quick switch? Oh, this sound. I'm very familiar with this sound. This whole area took a ton of troubleshooting. This is my first power plant. I made this before blenders, before y'all get mad at me. So I used the diluted packaged fuel recipe, where I package them down below, send them up above, and then send them into the system. It works pretty well. It still holds pretty strong. I did have to do a little bit more troubleshooting just the other day, actually, because some networks get a little bit too, like, they lose a little bit of the packaged fuel, so it kind of starts to lose a little bit at a time. But, you know, I just added some more containers into it, or the more, whatever, into it, and it seems to have balanced itself out. I don't know. Ugh. Honestly, if that's the trade-off, though, is just maintaining it every once in a while, that's fine at this point, because it was, like, for freaking ever for me to get that thing stable. Alright, we're gonna go over here, though, because I want to see what's up with this area. This is the electronics desert, for those joining into stream. This is where I manufacture a lot of computer-based goods. I know it's not very decorated. I do plan on decorating at some point. I want to decorate. I like some of the factory builds out there. This is just pure function over form right now. Okay, so you are probably the best example of what I'm looking for. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, I can do that. So not quite, yeah, so I could, if I just have to have 2 like loops of pipe running around like that, yeah, I can do that, that's fine. That works out great. Okay, and now we know. I was wondering, because I thought I had it like at a weird sort of janky setup like that with the main pipe connector, but yeah. All right, so yeah, so a lot of the computer-based goods. So basically, this area, just for quick recap, because I see a lot of people in stream. I think that's great. But this area has a ton of quartz, just raw quartz. So it's got 2 pure nodes and a normal node. So I decided to put that to use in regards to making a lot of computer-based goods, because we have the alternate recipe for the silica circuit board, and then we also have the crystal oscillators that are made from quartz-based goods. So then I just went ahead and decided to make crystal computers using that. So that's what this lineup of assemblers are. And we actually manufacture quite a lot of computers. I think we manufacture up to like, I want to say just over 80 computers a minute here. So plenty of computers to work with. I actually have a surplus right now, which is why I want to add just a small section for radio control units, because otherwise I'm just sinking computers, which is a waste. And let me tell you what, with someone that has waste in their name, I don't approve. It bothers me. Hi, train! Oh, look at that! Oh, get that bean. Get that bean. That's not gonna get that bean. Call them up and be like, do you know who this is? This is the Haphazardous Waste. He's a great Satisfactory streamer. He's a great Redstoner as well. That's right. Oh, that particular player launcher freaks me out because it's very easy to get stuck in it for whatever reason. The other ones, I can just go into it like 4, 5, 6 more times in like a loop, and then I'll be just fine. But that one, if I get stuck in it for like 3 or 4 loops, it might shoot me out of the world, which stinks. Okay, so I didn't need as much platform as I thought I did, which is good. That is good. I will probably need to expand a bit more in that direction, but in regards to the overall length of the platform extending outwards, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we can work with this. We can work with this pattern. I was worried kind of about pipe distribution because the fluid physics in this game are very real and they suck. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna knock it for the lack of realism. Or sorry, I'm not gonna knock it for realism. I think it's fine if it behaves like this, but in my mind, if I'm producing as much fluid as I need for a system, it should go to all the machines appropriately. But I digress. All right, so we'll set up. Can we actually set this up like that? Or would it be better? Would it be hold on, so we got, just gonna do a quick calculation here. I got 18.72 times, I'm gonna do just 12. 18.72 times 12, it's 224. So why don't I just do it this way? Why don't I just split it off? We'll keep the sort of centered pipe. Keep that there. I think that's important. Yeah, do that. No. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm tired of bouncing around on my little jetpack. It's good. Like, don't get me wrong. It's good. I want my drone pack. This is just temporary what's going in here, but I want the ability to fly a little bit, please. All right, so drone pack, thank you. Thank you. Now, how far does that extend? Can I go over here at least? Good, okay, so that's plenty of room. Okay, so, yeah, so it's a good thing I added this slight little connection area here for this, because I think if I do something like this, yeah, hold on, it's gonna have to be, oh yeah, okay, so, hold on. Oh no, never mind, why did I separate that like that? So, yeah, the output's on this side, so I could have this all just be one lane, which that's fine, I'm good with that. But I left this little sort of nook right here, which I could probably just, yeah, control nudge a little bit. Yeah, leave that for the pipe. Right, H, control duh. Just need the one. And then what I'll do is I'll set up one little sort of L-shape section here. No, there we go. Oh, darn it, I missed the thing. Darn you, Gabe. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, but that still doesn't solve my my dilemma with the two inputs being so close together, does it? Still though, I think this is worthwhile. I think this is worth doing. So how did I, oh, I see, because I moved this, yeah. Get rid of you. Alright, so let's go back to the main issue at hand, which is the connection points for all this. You know what? Oh, that's what I did. That's right. I did have it set sort of weird, but I think I did this, and then I set this like that. Yeah, yep, that's what I did. That is what I did. It looks strange, but it works. And you know what? That's how the old saying goes. If it's stupid, but it works. And it's not stupid. Just saying. Just saying, folks. We're gonna do that. Right, I forgot I set them on top of this. Oh, that's where I meant to look. I meant to look over in the red forest at my aluminum plant. That's why. That's why it was so weird. I have to kind of eyeball it too, because I can't align it with anything. Which kind of stinks, but hey. There we go. Bring out the straight. There we go. And that can be one right there. So now, let's see, let's go to, oh, hold on. Oh, we're gonna have to, ooh, I don't like that. We can go here. Actually, no, that should be fine. Here, whoa. The one. So I'll just have it kind of like on the edge for the water collectors. I'll just kind of have them separated a little bit. I can even leave a little space between each of the rows. So I can extend, I can extend the platform this way more, for sure. And yeah, leave just a little space for another water extractor for the next row or something, so all good. We got space to work with. That's the whole thing. Okay, so you go over here. think I just did like control nudged a little bit. Something like that. Just to kind of keep it. Just to keep it just a little bit. Looking a little bit nicer. I don't know. Alright. Break this out again. And just kind of eyeball it, being centered on the top of the splitter. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Let's see here. And there. Well, there we go. Raid ye! Ah! It is in our good friend Mr. Lowest Expectations. How was your Satisfactory stream? Whoa, autosave, freaking me out again. And ditch this, ditch that. All right. Actually, we can do the same thing over here. But welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We are starting our new build area, which I am dubbing Motorworks. Oh, you know, I might need a loop back. No, I think if I overproduce, because I don't really care I don't really care about overclocking rates for water extractors. If I just overproduce, I think that should produce plenty and distribute evenly. The only thing I worry about with water collectors, or like with just fluids, after the horrors of my factory over there, yeah, is all the water physics, but hey. Mr. Chow, I dropped the, oh, are you proud of me? Yeah. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. We are doing things. We're doing things? Not only are we doing things, we're doing stuff. Very important. It's a very important thing to understand. All right, come on. Can I get near this? Okay, good. All right, so we are over here in this area because, for those joining, by the way, welcome. Hope you stick around. But we are starting what I'm calling Motorworks, which is a lot of motor-based goods for Phase 4. So I'm in this area here because it's got 3 pure iron nodes and then 1 pure copper ore, like 1 pure copper ore node. Weirdly though, I'm not going to be utilizing the limestone in this area, which feels like a disservice. I might have to do something with all this limestone, but I don't know. I just need the copper and the iron. So let me actually get the miner Mark III out. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to. Oh golly. Okay, let's actually set these up. Set this one to 780 items a minute. Oh, hold on. Change that 4 to 7. Boom. Oh, we only need that. Okay. There we go. Do you have a raid system now, or still gotta tell people to go to a channel? There's a little button that sends you over here. Oh, that's awesome! Good on you, YouTube. You did a thing. You did a thing, YouTube. Mr. YouTube. Oh, good. Let's save the settings. All right, so where's number 3? Hello? Where's the kaboom? There should be an earth-shattering kaboom. Here's my Marvin the Martian impression for you. I know. I'm a talent. I'm multi-talented. Well, we need one there, so. Where's the third ore? Where did it go? Oh, there's. Okay, give me you. It only pops up for 30 seconds, so streamers that get rated miss it all the time. Oh. Hello. There it is. All right. I just felt the need to do that. Wait. No, yeah. Okay, we're good. It did set it correctly. Yes. Good. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm very excited for this, though. I'm very excited for Motorworks to begin because this is one of the more, like, not resource variety. Uh-oh. Ow. All right, well, All right, we got plenty of these. This is probably one of the more resource intense builds I've had to do, and it incorporates trains into the design now. I mean, the electronics desert that I had over there, that incorporated trains mainly just for plastic, but the rest we had built up and ready to go for the longest time. This one is going to need trains pretty quickly after I build it, so well, I definitely won't be getting to all of it today, but yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Step in the right direction, at least. Yeah, exactly. So let's do, yeah, it's fine. Oh no, floating entities. Oh no. I'm gonna do that. Actually, how much does the water extractor take up? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. So we'll do, I'm making helix pipes made of 8 by plus 1 in the middle. I'm trying to make a 16 by 1 next. Doing it for oil fuel generator spam zone. Nice! I did see some of the helixes that you were setting up. Those are pretty cool. There we go. Just keep it simple. All right, what should I set you to? Actually, how much? We're doing 12, so hold on. I gotta see what that number is again. 224.64 for that. I'm just gonna max these out. I don't even care. Might not run all the time, but I worry about enough fluid getting to the other end of things. Actually, you know what? No. Don't overcomplicate it. It should be fine. It'll be fine. If I overproduce, it should be fine. I say very confidently. I'm saying this with absolutely no confidence. Actually, I gotta start worrying about water extractors because, oh hey, you're actually, wow, look at that. Not water extractors. I gotta worry about how, or at least I gotta keep an eye on, I should say, power shards for this build, for my builds, because I haven't done a, oh no, gross. I haven't done a slug hunt in forever, and I could probably just go around and find a whole bunch of lizard doggos and just do it that way, just to get the slugs that way. But yeah, let's see, I got 88 now. Let's look at my power shards just in my inventory. 120, and yeah, I got some slugs that I can process now. So yeah, okay. Just gotta keep an eye on that. That's also a reason why I build more machines than I actually need, is so, one, for future expansion, I have plenty of space to overclock this stuff, but two, because I can underclock, that way I'm not using any of these power shards. I like to save power shards mainly for the resource extractors, so like the miners, the water collectors, things like that. I have no problem dumping power shards into that, because more resources, more stuff. More stuff! More processing! More goodies! Oh yeah, I do have to take it into account. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. That's not gonna Marty McFly. Hold on. Okay. Actually gonna have to back these up a little bit. I gotta save just a little space. Or actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm being so dumb. I don't actually think I need this. Why am I focusing on the wrong direction here? I just mentioned earlier that I have plenty of space going out this way, so why not utilize that? Golly gee willikers, Batman. Sure am being a dumb. I need to be a smart. I can't be a dumb. We'll do it this way. Like that. Link these up. There we go. Technically we could technically we could put these all on the same line, but I very much am worried about the fluid mechanics in this game. Like, I think this does work out really, yeah, it was 224, so I could do a Mark II pipe across all of this, but I do worry about the fluid mechanics where they just won't distribute evenly. That's what I really worry about. So I'm gonna do 2, just play it safe. Only reason is just to play it safe. All right, so let's get rid of you. And then you. Like me and my slime farm, sometimes the simplest solutions is the best solution. That's right. You are correct. All right, so we'll do... yeah, we'll move it up close. Move it up close. Keep things... man. Man! I wish there was a better way. I wish they implemented a better way to place a water extractor. That's dumb. Oh, oh, hold on. And then... just kind of... oh, no! No, 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 no! Well. That just rustles my jimmies. There we go. Just like that. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine. This one there, like that. Oh, okay, maybe not like that. Hold on. There's one there, like that. There's one here. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'll take it. I'll take it. Usually place the pipe junction first, then control the line of the water. That's a, you know, that's a good point. It's a good point. Too late, I already did it. Nope. And which one looks the best? I think auto looks the best. All right, and I'll just set these to max. Even though I don't need the max per thing, I still think doing that will be fine and kind of help me with the mechanics. I don't know. Gotta make it pretty for sure. Yeah, I know, you just gotta make it look pretty. Okay, so. Got that, so each of these rows should be outputting, okay, roughly 12 and 12. How much am I outputting? Hold on. Hold on. Just doing a thing. Gosh. I'm consulting my brain. Definitely not using a calculator. Don't worry, I'm consulting my brain. Hold on. Just hold on. 16.359 times 12. It's a 724. 724. See, my brain thought of that. My brain thought of that immediately. So yeah, this is all just gonna be a Mark V line. It just has to be, so. But what this also does is with the water extractors on this end, then this setup allows me to make a nice clean line of conveyors. It's really nice. Like I said, I need to split it up like that, technically. No, I did because I need to leave room for the pipes, because I can't get that dramatic of a drop off between the two layers. So it makes sense. For brain, it makes sense. And me, brain, I'm smart. I can brain good. All right, we're gonna have, oh no, I was on the right, oh no, okay, gotta go around the horn again. Air merger. I think this is another reason for my love-hate relationship with refineries is, yes, you can make blueprints for the refinery, just a refinery manifold, so you can make easy setup. But if you want to have a manifold like what I have set up, with the back-to-back refineries like this, there's just not enough room on the blueprint designer. It just stinks. I don't like that. I'm just gonna do Mark V all the way. Mark V all the way, baby. That's how I roll. 5. There we go. But yeah, I really like refineries in this game though, because they open up a lot of really useful alternate recipes. Because it allows you to just extract more resources from nodes. Like, why do you need a smelter? You just use a refinery and you can almost double your output of iron ingots. You just add water. You literally just add water, which is great. But again, they're big, they're bulky, they consume a lot of power when you overclock them especially. And they take up a lot of space. But you know, that is the, I guess that is the trade-off there though. This game is really a masterclass in the sort of triangle of truth. Like the triangle of truth is effectively, like, I think the main one is fast, cheap, and good, and you can only have 2 sides of the triangle. Like, you can have something that's good and fast, but it's not going to be cheap. Or you can have something that's fast and cheap, but it's not going to be good. Like, that sort of thing. This game has a good balance of that with, like, I would say, like, number of machines, power output, and then efficiency. It's like you can have good efficiency and reduce the number of machines that you need, but it's going to cost you with power. Or you can have less machines and less power, but you're not going to be as efficient. So it's a nice little push and pull with this game that I respect. I respect that. Because I mean, the whole thing is supposed to make you think. One thing you'd love to see are variants of most buildings. Ooh, yeah. That would actually be really cool. Or like some way, like maybe in later game, where you can utilize a new resource to make it a bit more... That's a really good idea, actually. Like, utilize the resources that you have in-game, like the newer ones, like turbo motors, to maybe maybe instead of... Okay, now you got me thinking, because like you use turbo motors, and instead of just having them be like big and bulky, you can make a condensed refinery, something like that. Or like you get more advanced electronics, you can do more condensed buildings of some kind depending on the variant. So it allows you to kind of like overhaul your factory design and save space. That'd be cool. That'd actually be really cool. That's a good idea. Okay. So, I think it is safe to say we are done with this one row. Make it smaller and more compact? Yeah. That'd be cool. Alright, so I'm gonna set this up in the way of these gosh dang mergers. I'm gonna save space where I can, but this is effectively where the next output of these refiners is gonna sit. But then it would also open up the opportunity to use better designs in the blueprint designer so you can build more effectively. That would be really cool. I'm down for that. Hey, 1.3. Could happen 1.3. I see. I see the problem. I see the problem. Yeah. Yes. I do, in fact, see the problem. In fact, I'm just gonna do this. I really don't care. I don't mind the asymmetry. I don't. Just gonna do this. And hey, it works out. You know? There we go. Actually, why am I putting those back? Okay. Oh, wait. I lied. You don't have to smaller, just having different dimensions would make the building more fun. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. still, that'd be a cooler way to implement late game resources. Because I'll be honest, a lot of the late game resources are only good for the elevator. It'd be kind of cool if you could go back and like redesign factories if you have like different, more condensed variants of the same building. But yeah, different designs would be cool too. Okay, so this is actually not correct if I'm going to be doing it this way. All right. I need to line it up with this guy. There we go. So, we'll line it up like so. Yes. Good. One more. Good. We're not lining it up with this, per se. We're lining it up with the building over here. Is that right? Hold on. The ladder is almost on the dividing line on the texture. Yes. I'm gonna say yes. Very good. Very, hey. One, that's two, sorry, three. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, yes, it's good. Okay. Oh, lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more. Here we go. We gotta line it up one more time. I'll just keep this slight gap. I'm fine with the slight gap. And I'll mind it. I will mind the gap. Right here. You're kind of like on the edge of this square. And you definitely are not. There we go. That, okay, so I guess it is, the way it works out is it does line up with this output. That's fine. BRB? All right, man. Did I do, oh, I did one too many, okay. I gotta leave, I'm trying to leave just a teensy bit of room too for the logistics going back, because the factory, I think the factory is gonna be kind of along the cliffside. Maybe not along the cliffside. It might just be like a straight tower for Motorworks. I don't plan the design of anything when I play this game. I just know the number of machines I need, and then I just kind of go from there. That's how I play. That's how I roll. Yep, that divides just ever so perfectly. Yeah, since we have a good idea about what exactly we're building and how we're building it, we should make the building process go a bit more smoothly. Nope, not smooth, not smooth. Okay. There we go. But how's everyone doing today? How's everyone's Friday? Bit of stormy weather here for me, but that's all right. We do get a nice cool day tomorrow. It's supposed to be 72 degrees Fahrenheit where I am tomorrow, which is just wonderful. And looking forward to that. But also, I can't really enjoy it because I have to go to work. I don't wanna. Is that really how that works out? The two. I guess that is how that works out. Yeah, because it's flipped, isn't it? Yeah, look at that! Look at that! That's so cool. Because I lined up the two refineries to the input node for, or the input line for resources, the outputs line up too. So that's why that works out the way it does. Cool. That's cool. You know what else is cool? Staying in school. Staying in school is cool, y'all. I don't know why I'm on like the 1990s, like, hey kids, you know what's real cool is not doing drugs. Like, okay. I don't know why I'm on that kick anyways. Welcome to stream. This is what you get. Not the best sales pitch of the day. Welcome to stream. Yeah, this is what you get. Do you want it? No? Oh well. That sounds like a you problem. I made myself laugh there. Alright. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I think one, actually, hold on, I think one misplaced. No, okay, they're lined up. Sometimes they, like, place a little strange. I don't know. Alright, let's get the neck. Whoa, hey, whoa, chill. Over. Looks like one more. Okay. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. That is what I'm going for. That is what I was waiting for. He's in. Apparently the DARE program to stop being a thing because it made kids want to try drugs more than prevented it. Also, they just lied about drugs and stuff a lot of the time. Yeah, I did. I think I heard that somewhere where all of the like anti-drug PSAs from like even going back to like the 80s. Because like they had it in like arcades and all that stuff. They had all the infomercials. That's where the famous like, "You Dad, I learned it from watching you." That's where that commercial came from. I heard that was actually just like a failure. Wait a minute. Is that... Hold on, am I freaking out or is that not lined up exactly right? That is not lined up right. Ah! So rude. They were spaced a little bit too far out than the other. That's so rude. Okay. No biggie, we can fix. There we go. You're the innermost one. And you're just, what's that? All right, okay, that looks better, There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa, I gotta chill. Hold on a minute, hold on a second. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, one more. There we go. Now we line it up again. Let's see here. That's better. I do remember the DARE program, though. That was an interesting time for sure. I think the weird thing is they did demonstrations back then with like at the end of the program, like they have the officer talk to you and everything like that, but at the end of it they did like demonstrations, like they brought out the drunk goggles, which yeah, those are fun. And by fun I mean, yeah, they literally took us out to like recess, put us on drunk goggles and had us like run an obstacle course. I'm like, that feels very unsafe for kids, but you know. Yeah, it was the early 2000s for me. What are you gonna do? Hold on, did I put in the right amount? I gotta count this again, because I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did need one more. There we go. Oh yeah, hold on. Gosh dang it, I'm making this I make this so hard on myself sometimes, and I don't know why. Here I am bouncing around in my jetpack again, and I have the solution sitting right in front of me. But just getting a power line to taking a power line over here. Something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to give me a bit of a network so that I can actually fly around with my jetpack. Yes! Thank you. Thank you, me. I always found it funny how they were like, no one going to walk up and offer you drugs? Oh yeah, people do what? Yeah. Actually, one of the more effective things I saw, I mean, this was like way later on, because even when I was like, not in elementary school, but middle school at that point, one of the more effective things I saw was the effects of long-term drug usage. And they showed actual cases with people that had used drugs for a long time. And yeah, that stuff's scary. That's the stuff they should have been showing. But instead, they were just like, remember, kids, Mr. Lion, the Dare mascot was a lion. I forget his name. I did not pay attention. clearly the program was very effective, but remember say no to drugs. They're very bad for you. It's like, okay. As a kid, you don't really internalize that stuff. Like, you don't really understand like why they're bad. You just know like, hey, this is a bad thing. But then if you're actually shown why it's a bad thing instead of just telling you, it's more effective, at least in my opinion. But hold on, give me 1 second, folks, too. Let me give a brief pause. I'm gonna go to this screen. Ha ha ha! Look at that. And I just gotta turn on a fan real quick. All right, I am back, and I am so sorry if you hear a fan going in the background. Satisfactory, really fun game. Not if you want your entire room, not in a small enclosed space in the summer though, because it turns my computer into a bit of a space heater. But hey, it's all for fun. I'm someone that does not handle heat well either. Like, I very much like the colder months of the year because I'm more than fine. Like, I've worn sweatshirts in like 30-degree weather because I just run so warm. It's like, it's not really a big deal for me. But you put me in the summer and man, I'm melting. It's the humidity too. The humidity is what gets me as well. Cause like I grew up in Wyoming, for those that don't know. And Wyoming is like cold. But summers were just beautiful. But it was also very dry there, so yeah, I don't know. Good times there though, good times. But yeah, so I moved to where I live now. It's just humid as all get out, which is Missouri, and it's just so humid here, so humid, and sometimes I just can't take it. All right, let's see here. So let's do one. Oh, we do need two. Go to the end here. Place one there. We need two. Welcome to Missouri where it's hot and humid. I know. Oh, hey. I need one more splitter. Oh, hey, wait a second. How many of these is this? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, blasphemy. I was a fool. I was a fool for thinking I had this all down. Oh, wait, no. Here we go. There we go. Right, hold on. Let me just count this again. Gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, so I am building up nice and snug to the cliffside, but that's okay. That's okay. There we go. One thing I learned about my factory designs, though, is that I'm actually going to have to overhaul, and I mean overhaul, my aluminum production. I thought I had pretty solid aluminum production, but for all that I'm trying to produce at a time, man, I'm gonna need some serious aluminum production. So in the future, I gotta convert the aluminum plant that I have up here, and then also introduce another second aluminum plant by utilizing the bauxite nodes over here, here, and here to just make a ton of stuff. And I actually need like most of it. Not all, but most. But I do plan on using some of them for, or like using some of the extra aluminum products that I'm producing for things like equipment, stuff like that. So like ammo. I think you need it for gas masks as well, or at least for the nuclear side of thing, maybe. But for that stuff. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Hold the phone, Johnny. Back this up to here. I'm planning on getting rid of the concrete around these two once I'm done, and just leaving the extractors at the end, just because. That good? You know what? It's good enough. I will take it. Oh, what? Wait a second. Invalid pipe shape? What do you mean invalid pipe shape? You're an invalid pipe shape. What? Okay, hold on. How did I do this before? Yeah, I did it like that. Yeah, and I did you. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Come on, be a pal. All right, whatever. Whatever. Let me get the rest of this in at least. Worry about that here in a minute. I think I did auto for this one. Yeah. Straight. Oh, hold on. Forgot this at the end. Forgot my little buddy here at the end. There we go. All right, next. And there. I hate that I have to eyeball this, but I have to eyeball this. Yeah, it looks fine at the end anyways. Go. There we go. Go. Oh, there we go. And boom. Oh, I think we did noodle. Please, I just want to stay consistent. I mean, it looks ridiculous anyways, but I just want to stay consistent. I want to stay consistently ridiculous. It's almost an oxymoron if you think about it. Yeah, it works. That works. I'll take it. Alright, you're bothering me. So let's actually move these water extractors. I don't know. I'll end up against the wall a little more. I don't know what I did. Did I do something wrong? Just a teensy. I wanna move it towards the back. Oh, that's right. I think I had it flush with, yeah, the edge of that. Honestly, like, that should work. I'm just gonna do that. I don't even care. Good. That. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, it's already configured. Look at me. Look at me. Look at this smart boy. Figuring his way out through Satisfactory. That lift, that head lift should work on the water extractor if I'm not mistaken. Again, keyword should. Keyword should. Alright. How are we looking? How are we looking? Looking good. Okay. And these are all configured. Yep. All right, one more. And then we'll be done with iron. All right, so we actually... Wait, so the outputs do line up, right? All right, hold on, I have to check that one more time. Yeah, the outputs do line up. Oh, actually. Hey, good thing I checked this one more time. So I needed to do that. There we go. The outputs do line up. Very, very lovely. Alright, so, oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Cliffside's getting in the way. I could shift it up. Like, really, here's how I'm viewing this build right now. This is, just to get into my head a little bit, this is what I'm effectively considering the basement dwelling. This is all going to be covered up with platforms right above it. And then that's where the main section of Motorworks is going to begin. All this is just going to be kind of covered up, so I don't really care how it looks, but I also wouldn't mind a little symmetry. But if I have to shift this forward to accommodate the design, that's fine. That's fine. Because I think what's going to happen is I'm going to line up this... How close is the conveyor over here? Yeah, they're pretty close. I'm going to line up the conveyor, right? Have it like right there. Set up the refinery so that it's outputting... What's it output right there? Right there. And then if I flip this around... Yeah, well... Well, honestly... I might take that. No, this will have to shift a little bit more. Hold on, let's get the splitter in place at the very least. Oh, that is the frustrating thing too, is getting the splitter down here. Aw. Hey, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But we're doing it live here. Splitter. And then, yeah. How about that? Yeah, you know, I think it's just forgivable enough clipping for me to say I'm okay with that. And so I'm gonna say that. I'm okay with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait. Oh, darn. Oh, gosh. I can't have it this way. Because technically, an extra refinery needs to go there. Right? Yes. Urgh. Urgh. Frustration. Fine. We'll shift it up. That's fine. We'll still keep it in line though. Like I think I'll start the. If I start here, we might be okay. You need to go. Hold on. Hold on. Calm down. Let me start you here instead. Would that work? So I have one here, here. Whoa, autosave getting me. It autosaved right as I attempted to place a splitter with the direction going that way. And then Satisfactory, where the plan is always build, destroy, rebuild, repeat. Exact. You get it. You're very much a seasoned Satisfactory player, I can tell. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shift this up. So if that's the one on the end, right? So then, yeah, this is where the 6 would have to start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But welcome to stream, Nerd Garage. Hope you enjoy. We are building what I am calling Motorworks. It is a factory predominantly consisting of motor-based products for Phase 4. So, given that we're in an area with plenty of iron and plenty of copper, we can get ourselves quite a large helping of, with alternate recipes of course, a large helping of stators and rotors to make plenty of motors. That's what I plan to do. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so then with the outputs being where they are, unfortunately, that's just temporary. I know it's clipping. I'm gonna remove it. Okay, so with outputs being where they are, how far apart is this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's nice. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And page it down. Boom. Should be able to make lots with the pure recipes. There's no temporary and satisfactory. Right? Oh yeah, no, I'm going all out. Like all these refineries you see here. So I'm utilizing Mark III miner. I only have Mark V conveyors, so I'm restricted in my conveyor speeds with this design. But right now I have, so I have only Mark V conveyors, but I have 3 pure nodes of iron up here. And I'm gonna be utilizing Mark III miners set to the conveyor speed, which is 780 items a minute. And then from that, I'm going to be converting all those iron ore, processing all of that into iron ingots with the pure iron ingot recipe. So all these refineries you see here, 1, 2, and we're working on line number 3, each one line of these is for one of the iron nodes. And we're going to be outputting like gangbusters for iron, which I am all for. Okay, so you start right there, I think. Right? Yeah, we wanted just a little bit of gap so that we can have some of the pipes work their way in. And you do seem to be at the appropriate distance. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. These are joined at the hip. Like so, right there. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. Look at all these refineries. Standard game numbers using the 1.2 adjustments or random nodes. I'm just doing standard game right now because I've sunk a good number of hours into this game. I have yet to actually beat Satisfactory. I started a save. Oh gosh. Oh, come on, game. No. No. Wait, I have this going the wrong way or something? What's going on here? What's going on? You go this way. So I started a live stream series of this a while back, and it was my first time playing through. I got addicted, but because I was a first time player, I made a lot of like rookie mistakes that I later on discovered, and so I wanted to kind of like rebuild the world a little bit. Then I had to stop streaming because of health reasons for a time, and during that time I was like, you know what, I honestly would just, if I were to come back to this, I'd want to just start from a fresh save. That's what I did. So yeah, it's a brand new world, but it's my second-ish time playing through it, but I've yet to actually beat the game. And I don't want anything spoiled too, because I wanna experience the ending the first time going in blind. I have a pretty good idea of what's gonna happen at the end of this game, but I don't want it spoiled. But yeah, I do want to do the alternate game modes. I was talking in Lowest Expectations stream the other day. He also streams Satisfactory. But I was talking in his stream about how I want to do what, and we came up with this name in the stream too. I want to do what I'm calling the masochist run of Satisfactory. I believe you could set the node purity in the game too, and you can also set it to randomized. And you can also set the item amount, like the input amount requirement, to be multiplied. I want to set everything to impure. I want to set all the nodes to be random. And I want to set the item requirement for things to the absolute maximum. Why? Because I hate myself. No, I'm just kidding, because I freaking love this game. Addicted to Satisfactory? Say it's not so. I know, right? This game's just so fun. Okay, so you are the splitter, and you are going... No, you're going the wrong direction. You're the splitter, and you need to go this direction. Splitter. This direction. Hold on, but let me get these conveyors in real quick, and I'll actually just do a brief tour. It's a very brief tour, because we've built a couple of things in this game, but still not quite there yet. Wait a second, why did that, hold on. No, it looks fine. Nope, random nodes, yes, other adjustments. Yeah, I'm telling you, I want to do it. I want to do it just because I like those I like a good challenge. I don't know if I'd do it for a series on this channel. I might. I think after I'm done with Satisfactory, playing it through this time around, I want to take a break and try other things for a little bit. But yeah, if I do come back to Satisfactory, I will 100% be doing that. No, no, no. 3K hours, only 1K in Counter-Strike, and that's still a beginner. Huh. I don't think I actually have 1K hours logged in any game yet. There was a free game on Steam for the longest time, like way back. I was addicted to it way back, like, I want to say 10 years ago. Like, it was like 2015 I found this game. It's since been discontinued on Steam, unfortunately, but it was a World War II fighter game called Heroes and Generals. That game was fun. That was a really fun game. And the developers, I guess they went out of business or something, but I really loved that game. I miss it because you can basically choose any type of fighter that you want. Like, you could customize your loadout. You could be like a vehicle driver, like you'd do tanks, trucks, or motorcycles, things like that. It could be a sniper, it could be infantry, things like that. And it was like capture checkpoints, defend checkpoints from other players for the longest times, things like that. And it was really fun. It was free too. Like, you could pay money for extra like in-game currency and whatnot to buy other things, but it was free nonetheless. And man, I miss that game. For all its faults, because it did have some faults, I miss that game. I think the biggest issue the game ran into, at least from a design standpoint, is a lot of the maps had choke points where there was just like sections where there's only one direction for players to go. And so obviously if you're defending something, you could easily just camp that section and it would be impossible to actually capture. That was really frustrating, but again, really fun. You could do tanks, you could do planes. They had like different game modes where it was like just infantry one time, just tanks the other, just planes, stuff like that, and it was really fun. Oh well. I miss it. I do miss it. But yeah, there were times where I got really frustrated with the game too, because again, they didn't quite have like the map design or the balancing quite figured out. And so some sections of the game were just insufferable. Like, there was easy exploitation from players on certain things, and it just made the gameplay so unbearable. But yeah, they also had stuff like paratroopers and whatnot, so you could fly around in a plane and then just paratroop into different checkpoints. But good system of like checks and balances too, where you couldn't really exploit that system. I mean, there was like paratroopers. If you're a paratrooper, you could only have like certain guns, things like that. But it was still really nice. I missed it. What game are you talking about? I'm talking about it's a discontinued game. But it was a free game on Steam for the longest time. It's called Heroes and Generals. It was a World War II kind of battlefield style game. Oh, whoops. And that's what I played like crazy back in like 2015. This is back before I had a job. I was like going to school and whatnot. So I stuck to a lot of the free games just because, oh hey, I gotta back you up to like there. Alright, there we go. Oh man, fine. So I guess I technically don't need to back it up. Not a lot like the old Battlefield 2 series. Yeah, it was free to play Battlefield 2 like game. And it was really fun. And I really miss it, but ah well. I think I especially miss like the tank battles and whatnot, because there's a lot of times where players would sort of tag team it a little bit. And one of the things they would do is they would have 2 tankers to 1 tank. And while they were fighting other tanks, one player would get out and just continuously repair the tank. so that they could heal it. And you could level up like how fast you repair things, how fast you heal, how fast you reload. There's certain like badges and whatnot that gave you those extra perks. It was really nice. And like there's a sniper class too, where you could be a hidden sniper if you leveled up enough to where, because like in the game, if you die, there's a kill cam, and if you're a sniper, obviously you don't want the kill cam on you because people will just go around you from behind and then obviously get you. But there's like one perk where if you level it up enough, you can have no kill cam, which is really nice. It was really cool. I thought they did a good job with that, but oh well. All right, so let's go ahead and actually, we'll do this real quick. Oh, no, I did hook that up, all right, cool. I think I have all 3 lanes hooked up, so now let's do just a brief tour, because I've seen we got a lot of people in the stream today. I think that's awesome. Thank y'all for being here. Hope you enjoyed my craziness. So I guess if we're gonna head this direction, I want to grab, oh, hold on. Tour starting shortly. So I guess we'll head towards what is the first power plant that I set up here. This is a fuel power plant. This is very early on into the game. The one thing I wanted to resolve straight away was my power usage, which I have yet to, what's the word? I guess overperform to with all the factories that I've built. I've built a different power plant as well, which we'll see on the tour as well. But, nope, hello? Nope, can't get me! Can't get me! Oh, Cap, can I get off work so I can go home? I know, right? Hey, I have to work tomorrow when I normally don't. So I'm right there with you, man. I don't want to be at work. Alright, so this is the fuel power plant. This is, I believe, by itself outputting 60,000 megawatts of power. This was one of the first big factory builds I made. And it's very early game. As soon as I unlocked oil and fuel power and whatnot, this is what I built. It's 240... Yeah, 240... Oh, hold on, I'll switch to you. 240 generators. 8 lines, 30 generators to a line, and man, was the fluid mechanics balancing in this a nightmare. We got it. This was before blenders too, so what I'm using is the diluted packaged fuel recipe. I send the diluted packaged fuel up above, and then I unpackage it and have a closed loop of packagers and unpackagers with all the containers that we use. And that gets fed into the system. And it runs pretty well now. It took a lot of off-camera troubleshooting to get the fluid mechanics to balance out nicely. But yeah, every now and then I just have to come through here and just kind of keep up maintenance on it and everything like that. Because sometimes, like, the ones on the end, they don't quite, for whatever reason, like, they don't distribute evenly enough. Sometimes a lot of the lines lose some of the packaged fuel. So I just come in, I turn off some generators, I just wait for it to kind of back itself up a little bit, and then it should be good to go after that. Yeah, this is the power plant. And then out the back here, I have a small setup for myself just with the Blueprint Designer. And then, yeah, there's all the water extractors there that we send into our system. And then, yeah, there's the 2 floors of the packagers and unpackagers. See? They're all very happily working along. All right, so let's jump in the player launcher. And I'll head towards, hold on, go. There we go. And I'll head towards the bigger of the big factories I've built so far, which is right here. This is the electronics desert. So this area here is underneath the ground, like in a cave network that's kind of around here, this area, is a large amount of quartz. There's 2 pure and 1 normal vein of quartz. So, given that, I can make a lot of silica-based goods. I basically thought Silicon Valley with all the computer talk, because we can make silica circuit boards with quartz, and we can make crystal oscillators, which can be used in crystal computers, alternate recipes. So with this factory design here and all that I have, I believe I'm outputting just over 80 computers a minute with this design. And so because of that, I've expanded the design to output computers into several directions. I'm using this line here for adaptive control units, and the other line across the way for supercomputers. And then I am mashing all of them together in the center here for one of our Phase 4 elevators, the Phase 4 elevator items, the assembly director system. And we're outputting quite a good number of them a minute, actually. We have a few backed up, actually. Like, that's, yeah. We'll soon be syncing them because I have so many. Crystal cave for the win. Exactly. It's such a useful cave. But I even have just a little bit of supercomputer output, which I wanted. So I have a little bit left over, and I'm also storing that and syncing it as well. That's what this is for. And actually, with all of this that I'm sending computers to, I still have a surplus of computers that I'm manufacturing. So what I'm going to do is actually take this and take the crystal oscillators, which I'm actually overproducing as well, send it across the way over here, and eventually I want to import aluminum to this area so I can just make a small amount of radio control units, I think is what they're called. Hold on. Yeah, radio control units. And just for future use somewhere. I don't know. But that's the plan. We have a train network in place here. So over here is where I make the heavy modular frames and the automated wiring for the gosh, I can't remember the names of parts. There's a lot of parts. For these guys, the adaptive control units. That's where all of the automated wiring and the heavy modular frames, that's where they come from. So, Evil Grin, how many supercomputers per minute? I forget the number. But I have like a spillover, intended design, I have a spillover of like 2.5 supercomputers a minute. The rest go into the assembly director systems, yeah. Hold on, I can calculate this for you real quick. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1.5 for calculating in my head. Definitely not using my phone. About 7.74 a minute. That's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7.7475 round up a minute. And then about 5 of those go into the assembly director systems, and then the rest get put into storage because I will need it for building materials. That's why I wanted to do it. That's why I wanted to do it that way. But yeah, that's this area here functioning well. Over in the distance there, that's all the stuff for, that's where I manufacture all the goodies. So like just over the hill, can I see it from here? Yeah, all that mess over there, that's for all of the goodies here for the crystal oscillators. That's where all the cable, of course the quartz comes from that direction, well, and the reinforced iron plates. They all come from that direction over there and that building there. And then over back behind this is just a small setup of Caterium for the AI limiters, which I am also syncing because it's building material. Biggest supercomputer factory is 15 a minute. Nice! That sounds lovely. I could double the output too. I could stick some sloops in there, but I got plans for sloops. I got plenty of sloops, but I mean, I might throw sloops where I might need it later on. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna use the spillover of spillover supercomputers. Gonna sync that. Then the spillover of computers that I'm manufacturing here as well. I'm gonna put that into radio control units. Then it'll be a closed off system, because right now all I'm doing is I'm packaging the computers here in just a small little network and then syncing the rest. So I have plenty of computers here and I'm syncing the rest. What am I doing on this stuff? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, that's that setup. I'll go over here too. I'll show you this as well. This was fun to make. And obviously these buildings will be decorated. I'm not going to leave these floating platforms. I want to decorate these buildings at some point. But yes, look at all this. Look at this beautiful mess of machines. But then Look at this even more beautifuler mess of machines. You see all those green lights? Are you not impressed by all the green lights? They're beautiful. All of this is the wire floor. This is the wire floor. Yeah. Yeah, the wire floor. Good to see you're putting stuff in the depot. Yeah, that's the thing. Because like a lot of how I play Satisfactory is a lot of what I'm building is for future use in other factories as well. So like all of this led to the assembly director system, but up until I could build the assembly director system, I didn't see why I shouldn't be manufacturing everything else before that, storing what I can, and then sinking the overflow. So that's kind of how I build. I'm aiming for like very large scale factories, but then sinking whatever I don't need and then just storing the rest in the meantime. But yeah, this is all just the raw resource, just this nightmare of a belt system here, which I also want to cover up because I think it's ugly. Yeah, we just use smelters because we only need smelters for this. I looked into improving throughput for anything in particular, but no, for what I generate for smelters is just perfect for how much I can actually produce over there. So very good thought process. Yeah, it's like as you build up, like yes, like say you just wanted to build, like you start off with like reinforced iron plates, right? Well, you're gonna put reinforced iron plates into other things eventually, so you might as well store what you can for what you need, and then build up to what you can, store what you need, and then just sink overflow in the meantime. I got plenty of coupons as a result of that. It's like I do the same here, because for a while I was, I needed heavy modular frames for builds. I think this is balanced out now to where this is not gonna receive any more. But, oh no, maybe not. But yeah, I have these automated wiring. I don't need automated wiring, so I'm not storing that. So I'm sinking whatever goes into overflow. But I think this is pretty balanced out now. Then I need heavy modular frames as a building item as well. So storing, putting in the dimensional depot, and then sinking the overflow. This is very janky right here. This is not. If it looks janky, I plan on changing it so it's not. But yeah. So yeah, just kind of build to what you need. Expect to expand in the future, but build what you need, start manufacturing those goods, and then just sink the rest. And because, like, eventually I'm gonna start sinking, I know I need assembly director systems for like phase 5 items, but I might as well just kind of store what I need and then just sink the rest, and I get plenty of coupons. Plenty of coupons for stuff. So yeah, that's the thought process. But that's the electronics desert, as I call it. The Silicon Valley, which feels derivative, so I'm not going to call it that. I call it the electronics desert. But then let me go ahead and move on with the tour. My other thought process for this world too was oil products and aluminum products are kind of, there we go, are kind of built to location. Because like there's only so many oil nodes in an area. And so what I wanted to do for all the oil goods like plastic and rubber, and the aluminum goods like casings and heat sinks, is I wanted to just develop centralized processing areas and then use trains to distribute to the factories that need them. So where I'm going to next on this tour are those areas. Janky hides his MP Spaghetti World. Yeah, well, you know. But yeah, right here, this is one of these centralized oil processing areas. This is my rubber factory here, which utilizes all the nodes over there to their maximum. And this area, it uses the alternate recipe recycled rubber. So the best way to actually make rubber is to make plastic. So we're making plastic. What we're doing is making plastic. We're sending the byproduct of heavy oil residue into some blenders to turn that into fuel, or diluted fuel as an alternate recipe, and then sending it immediately back into the system here to be used to basically double the output of our rubber production. Now, again, I'm not sending this anywhere yet, which is why I am currently just sinking all the rubber that I'm producing currently, but I plan on sending it places eventually. So yeah, basically to make rubber, make plastic. Then you double your output, because you just mix fuel and plastic and you get twice as much rubber. You get 6 plastic for every 12, or 12 rubber for every 6 plastic that you make. So it's really cool. Then over here, if I can get there without falling into the water. Good. This is a small generator area I set up along here as well, because I want a train to go through here at some point for the rubber. Yeah, it's a small fuel generator field here because over yonder, along here, hold on. Over yonder here is my plastic factory, which I decided to set up in the, lost the connection. And I'll just get back to the jetpack. Yeah, so over here's my plastic factory, which I built very recently. So this is the same principle. It has, we're manufacturing rubber to turn into recycled plastic with this recipe. So it doubles our plastic output. And the thing about rubber as opposed to plastic is it generates excessive amounts of heavy oil residue. So what I did was, given that we're in an area that's relatively near sulfur and coal. Oh, hi. Playing for 2 hours, hey. Because I'm in an area that's relatively near sulfur and coal, I decided to dilute it into fuel, which I realized I didn't need to do. I could have used just the heavy oil residue, but I diluted it into fuel, sent it down the line, and I'm turning that fuel into turbo fuel with all of the compacted coal. I'm worried though that if I did do just the heavy oil residue into turbo fuel, one, that I wouldn't have enough compacted coal to manufacture at a time to keep up with the rates, but two, that I'd have to go with even more generators, and I really don't need to go with generators right now. But yeah, that's the generator field here. Over here, I decided to use the craters for this as well. Over here is the crater that generates all of the compacted coal. And then right here, this is my first experience implementing a road network. I just use just one truck. That's all I need. One big truck to send the coal back and forth. And it's very great. And this area is very ugly because I haven't really done anything with this yet. Where's that rascally train? Where's the train? Train? Oh, it's over there. Yeah, but this train line here is what leads over to the electronics desert. So, yeah. Let's just, all we have right now in terms of train network, because I'm still new to trains. All I have right now is just one train, there he is, delivering plastic to electronics desert, and that's all I have in cycle right now. I actually don't have much other use for the plastic that I'm producing right now, with the designs that I plan on building in the near future. So I gotta find a use for all this extra plastic because I really don't need this much plastic right now. But I'm, of course, storing the rest, and again, overflow. Store the rest, put it in the dimensional depot, because you always need it. All right, let's see if I can find my, there it is. Oop. All right, so over, we gotta turn around. Turn around. Over here is also my aluminum processing plant. This I actually am going to need to change in the future because I've been designing a lot of the phase 4 factories that I need just because I'm gonna have to start implementing train networks. I've been trying to design how they all coordinate with one another. And this is actually a huge bottleneck in the game, is aluminum. But here's where I actually utilize sloops as well, because this aluminum factory, what I do is it doesn't quite work because of belt speeds holding up everything. I have too slow belts even with Mark 5s. So the way I have to do this is I have one sloop for 1.5 times the output, which doubles the water output here, which I send back into the bauxite sloppy alumina section that utilizes water. So I'm recycling water in the system back into itself as the byproduct. And then I only need just this one water extractor over here to fuel the entire system and keep it running. I removed the need for silica in this design as well because this sloppy alumina normally has an output of silica or aluminum scrap. Or no, is it? Sloppy? Yeah. Something has an output of silica. But then, thanks to sloppy alumina, and then pure aluminum ingot using the smelters here. I remove silica from the entire equation, which is great. If you stand on a rail track looking for a train, it'll always be behind you. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so then I feed it into a mixture of both heat sinks and aluminum casing. Obviously, I store what I can, sink the rest. So I have plenty of heat sinks, which I don't really use. I even have the Alcad aluminum sheets down below because I need those for Mark V conveyors. And then casings. But I plan on distributing these around the world as well, just not yet. But what I need to overhaul actually is I need to convert this area into just heat sinks, and then use the other bauxite for the map here. Use the other bauxite nodes here, 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 and here for just casings, because I'm going to need a ton of aluminum casings in the future. But we've got plenty of time to worry about that. No big deal. All right. Well, with that's pretty much all the important stuff on the tour. The rest of it, like that's my starter area over there. It's a messy, janky factory. So we're not gonna go over there and look at that because that's where I manufacture this, like the basic building materials. I will have to move that stuff eventually because I do need to put a factory there. And it's gonna be, I'm not even kidding, it's going to just be a heavy modular frame factory. Ooh, a sloop. I didn't even realize there was one up here. Oh, and there we go. Well done on the aluminum sloppy plus pure. My aluminum is 3 times, I think it's only 100% cycled water. See, that, I could, the design that I have in mind for the output I'm going for, it could technically, for all that I was producing in that area, it could use 2 sloops and double the water output and then just sink it back in. Oh, there you are. But the issue is that the output from the refineries I had would be too fast for the items that I'm trying to move. So for the aluminum scrap, it's too fast for the aluminum scrap, so the system would back up. So I had to resort to just 1 sloop for the area, so 1.5 times output, and then just 1 water extractor. That's fine. Yeah, once I get Mark 6, though, once I get to Mark 6, things are gonna be looking up. All right, so I need to go this way. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same for once I overhaul aluminum again. I'm gonna do the same thing with sloops in the aluminum casing, because I'm gonna have to separate it into 2 factories. 1 for heat sinks, 1 for casings. I'm gonna put the casings over here because the heat sinks requires copper. Oh, I see you. I see you. I'm not gonna get you, but I see you. And so yeah, but the heat sinks require copper. There's copper closer to the first area we were in, and then for the other stuff you don't need copper for the aluminum casing, so I'm not gonna worry about that. No matter how you arrange it, and there's dozens of ways to handle it. Yeah, I personally do like the sloops though. Using sloops to double the water output to make a closed loop of aluminum, or a closed loop of water. That's pretty cool. I always like that. But I can see using the silica as well. All right, so back to the action here. We gotta actually make 1 more lineup of refineries. Just 1 more. No, hold on, I lied. Give me a few more. I lied. Ooh, voice crack. My throat. My throat. Okay, so let's see here. This is, now I'm gonna be using copper. This is gonna be for the copper lanes. Oh gosh. Actually, no. You. There. You. There. So I need... Gosh. Alright, hold on. Oh, well, let's also swap to you. I don't need pure. I need pure copper ingot. There we go. Pure copper ingot. Also, for going back to the topic of aluminum, if I found out that if I use pure copper ingot and then steamed copper sheets, I can have an insane output of heat sinks just by kind of mixing that all in. All right, so I need this at 92.86. So I'm going to do. I need 42.78 refineries, but I'm going to be putting in 45 because it splits into 3 lanes again. That's 95. I would say 95.1%. 95.1. Boom. There we go. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so hold on, what do I need here? So it's 45, I need lanes, I need 3 lanes of 15. I think that's how I'm gonna work that out. So I do need a lot more space. Daggone. Daggone, that's a lot of refineries. Well, no, if I do, hold on, if I do, oh man. How much do I need for water for these? Okay. Oh, 9. So I need less water a minute than this one. So I could get away with 1. Possibly. With 1 lane. Hold on. So I need 3 lanes with 15. No. No, hold up. I might need 3 lanes of 18 to keep to an even number. Oh gosh. Thought I was prepared for this stream. Thought I was, but I'm not. Alright. It's okay though. I think honestly I might be putting in the refineries and calling it a stream. Fortunately, I couldn't stream for very long today. I got awake in the morning. And speaking of, okay. Sorry. Just looking at a note. Okay, so how many minutes are we getting here? 14.265. So I could have a larger manifold of these refineries. If I do 44, I could do 2 lanes. I could split it. No, it'd be 2 lanes of 11. 44, 22, 11, 11. Would that work? Hold on, I'm trying to see how the math works in terms of. Yeah, hold on. So 44. Divided by 2. So I need 22. So I need 11 on each side. So we'll do 14.265 times 11. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 14.265 times 22. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna do it that way. We're gonna split. We're gonna do 44 instead of 45. So let me do 42.78 divided by 44. 42.78 divided by 44. 97.23. Rounded, of course, for the viewers at home. We'll do 97.23. Cool. Do a little Control C action, and a little Control V action. And there. So 97.23. Yes, it is. All right, we'll do it that way. We'll do two manifolds of 22, 11 on each side. That's manageable for what we have. Actually, what are we at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Output is 36. Oh, hang on. I gotta check output again. 36.61 times 11. Oh, plenty. The only thing I worry about in this game is belt speed. That's the biggest thing, because that's a sleeper bottleneck. It creeps up on you. You don't see it coming. But you gotta check your belt speeds. Alright, so you are going to be the splitter, actually. Splitter. And you're right there. Whoa. Nope. Autosave threw me off. Okay. There we go. So yeah, well, and then we'll have to, wow, we're gonna have to split the ore. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never had to deal with that before, but hey. First time for everything. Also, again, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Come on, me. Do this. Oh, whoa, 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 hey, whoa. None of that now. Belt speed will bottleneck you, and upgrading them is a pain. Yeah, you gotta focus on your belts. I mean, rule of thumb that I typically follow is I just go for the fastest belt speed I have available, and then I need to, if I manufacture anything, I'll manufacture to that speed. So where am I going with this? There. Okay. Yo. Fly. Yes. Yeah, it can get you, especially in early game. Belt speed can get you. But yeah, I typically try to just manufacture to the fastest belt speed available. But when I'm designing factories too, I got to take into account how much I'm producing, because if it's more than 780 items a minute, I got to figure out how many belts I need. Which is why that's why I'm dividing this into 2 lanes, is because the output belt speed for this, actually, I mean, I could do it as a space-saving thing. But yeah, I need, so 2 belts going one way and that way would work, and then I could just have 1 manifold for that. Okay. Brain is braining again. Hold on. Just bear with me, folks. I could split this up like I did. I'd have the 1 input, but then the 2 outputs. But then I'd still need the 2 water lines, I think. Hold on, what am I dealing with here? 9 point... Consulting my brain. Doing quick math in my head. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, 213.906. I did that in my head. I didn't use a calculator. I didn't consult my calculator. So 213. So for this, I need 213 water a minute. I do another row, which would extend further out. I'd need more. But then I could split it into just 2 belts like this. Yeah, I might have to do that. That way I can just, I'm keeping it simple with the 1 input lane and the 2 output lanes. But I can just use 2 water extractors again, like this, and just feed them into the system. Yeah, okay. One thing I'm very worried about, though, is the, I might, you know what? I might do it. I might make a loop back pipe. I might make a loop back pipe for this. Because I'm very worried about the fluid mechanics in this game. That is another thing that'll just absolutely wreck you. It got me. It definitely got me. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll separate this. We'll separate out these lines a little bit. I need a longer. Actually, I'm gonna need a longer platform. Yeah. I'll just do this. Okay, should be plenty of space. Set the outputs. Hey, look at that. That's in line, right? Yeah. All right. Give myself just a bit more room for any potential logistics. That should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. Okay. Then line you up with you. This one is, hold on. Okay, yeah, that one's the one that extends further inward. You, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should be the one that finishes. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. It's a crazy manifold, but with our belt speed, we should be supporting it just good enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just out of range. There we go. And there you go. Okay. Let's move a power line out this way so I can fly. These are still set to, yeah. Okay. Boy, this is crazy. This is the biggest refinery setup I've done for a single factory. I love refineries, but I hate them too. Whoa, hold up. No. I was down. You know, the worst part is that I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to arrange the logistics going into the factory with all of the iron ingots and copper ingots. But hey, best part of watching less experienced players, watching them juggle the math. I mean, I think even for experienced players, you still got to juggle the maths because you got to calculate your inputs and your outputs. There's a lot of, the game's a lot of like input versus outputs, but I think the way I play it is a little more math intensive than I could be making it for myself. Because again, I set everything to percentages based on, I use the Satisfactory modeler, which is a third-party system on Steam that you can use to model your factories. So I model it based on the resources in the area, but it tells me how many machines I need. I take that, divide it by how many machines I'm actually using, and get a percentage value from that, and that's what I use to calculate the percentages in the machines, like this 97.23. Okay. That autosave, it really gets you. Okay. Next, the merger. Truly well-experienced players do most of the math in their heads as if it was basic addition. Yeah, and again, I think I'm making it more math-intensive on myself because I play the percentage game with the modeler. But yeah. I also reach a point very easily where I'm like, whatever, calculator. Do I need to calculate 77 plus 74? Nah. Could I do it in my head? Sure. Do I want to? Nah. Oh, nope. No, 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 no. You. Woo! Okay. Now for the next lane. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it didn't matter. That doesn't matter. That's right, because I'm at the, I was worried because these two didn't line up, but I forgot that this is where the split occurs for these two manifolds. The only reason I'm doing that split is because of the fluid physics in this game. I probably could make this all just one loop system. I largely play the way I cook. About that much. That's fair too. Yeah, I'm very much... See, those that don't know, in real life, I am an electrical engineer. And my brain is very much like, you have to build it to the specifications. You have to make sure that it is to what you have modeled it after. And like, I'm very much like, by the books. When it comes to cooking though, I am like, yeah, whatever, that much. But, so like, yeah, I probably am making it a lot harder on myself by overcomplicating things, but I like it overly complicated, baby. It's so fun. I thrive in the overly complicated. Whoa. But especially when it comes to this game too, like I model everything off of the Satisfactory modeler, and that's it. I don't do any sort of like test builds, anything like that. That's what I come to stream for, is just to kind of build on the fly. This is really satisfying though. I like doing this. Okay. And then, last but not least, wait a second, what the heck? Don't do that. Come on, game. Literally the best feature of 1.2 right here. Oop. You right there. There we go. Whew. Well, it could be worse. A player I recently played with is a real-life factory / conveyor designer / builder. Oh no! That person is probably very particular. Whoa. Daggone autosave. It's always getting me. It's throwing me off. You threw off my groove. I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove. Sorry. Alright, that's a dated reference. But a good reference. That's a great movie. I streamed to become rich and famous. Oh yeah? I stream because... reasons. Because it's fun. Honestly, it would be really cool to find enough success on the platform to actually do this full time. I'd much rather be doing something like this for fun. Or like for a job, I mean. And I would treat it, I'd like, honestly, if I were given the opportunity, I would treat it like a job. I mean, like, of course we'll have fun and everything like that, but I mean, I would treat it with the respect that it needs. I would definitely, like, improve my setup, all that stuff. And then, of course, have, like, a more regularly scheduled streaming time and everything like that. It'd be cool. Okay. Now for the water. Now for the water. Yes. The water. I don't give a fart about famous, although rich wouldn't hurt my feelings. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, there's something about streaming, it's really fun to kind of get on here, get on this space and kind of just talk about a game. Oh wait, did I set up the... I did not. I moved on too quickly. I didn't set up the junctions over here. Heh. You know I don't stream to become rich and famous. I mean, you can. It is a very competitive market, though, I will say. Like, I was kind of brought up at the point in YouTube where I wasn't quite old enough to consider it as, like, something I could make a profession out of. And I was too young to actually, like, do anything with it. Because everyone that was, like the OG YouTubers that made it big, like, they're all, like, they got, like, 10 years on me. 5 to 10 years. But I was still in school. I was still just a boy. Alright, then we do the... Hold on. Well, I'm gonna be consistent because I think the pipe shape does change as you place this. I don't think I was consistent over yonder, but I'll be consistent here because why not? Why did it do that? Why would you do that? I didn't ask you to do that. I asked you to do this. Wait. Oh no, that's right. Honestly, one of the types of channels I've enjoyed that I could see, I would love to do is like film and video game critics. Really like those channels. I follow those like crazy. All right. Looking good. Looking solid. All right, let's get back over here. Now we just gotta set up the pipe network over here. I realize it's gonna require a couple junctions here and there just for the sake of not running out of room, or not running out of pipe length. Eh. There we go. Actually, no, that's right, that's right, that's right. That's right. No, I'm right. You're wrong, I'm right. Place you there, here. Oh gosh, autosave. Freaking me out, man. I mean, thank you. It's freaking me out, man. All right, let's see if we can get those to connect. Yes. Good start. Now. There we go. Oh, you. Oh, hey. Hey. No. There. Just barely. There we go. Fixed it. Edit. Hot. I think a lot of people in this day and age, though, they treat streaming similarly, where it's like, it's for fun, but if something could come of it, that'd be awesome. Alright, we'll square off this area here for the water extractors. I think I still need 2. I'm just gonna overclock them all. It's fine. Gonna do fully overclocked. It's good. It's good. Fully clocked. No! Yes! No! Aww. Okay. And how's that? You know what? It'll have to do, because my hover pack is running out of room to work. And then this was straight. And these are fully overclocked, correct? Correct, okay. I don't know why, but my brain was just like looking in the wrong place the entire time. Okay. Whew. All right, so let's go ahead and find a way to get all of these guys. Yeah. I'll break out this for now. There we go. I'm the other end of the streamer age scale. I've been streaming since before YouTube existed, but I just do it because I can. I don't promote, I don't do a consistent schedule or topic, just whatever. Hey, that's fine too. Yeah. I think that's awesome. We'll do something. Yeah, no. There's the end right there. Oh, I gotta. Hold on. Okay. Before we commit. I do need the hover pack again. Let's do these again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hook these up. Like I'm gonna start all these refineries at once. I'm gonna hook it up to the thing. Hook it up to the nodes, hook it up to power, get these started so that I can allow these to back up, which will help balance out the manifolds. You. I hate that I have to eyeball this, but yeah, you know. Them's the brakes. Go here and then there. Oh! And there. There. Yeah, I'm sure there are. I'm not too picky about it. It's gonna look janky anyways with the curved sections leading into the refineries. As long as they connect, I don't really care. I need noodle. Whoa! Let's calm down there. And we'll bring it back. Gosh, I really hope this works because I'm very worried about the fluid mechanics in this game. I've been burned before. I think every Satisfactory player has been burned before on the fluid mechanics, but I'm hoping that with how little it needs at a time, and then with how little each one needs at a time, and then the fact that I'm splitting it off into 2 lines with 1 water extractor that's overclocked to more output than is input, I think I'll be okay. I think. But yeah, and then with that, and you, I have to do a lift. Oh, no, no. Oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. Okay, so if I have to do a lift like this, that just kind of goes up the cliffside here. Why does everyone but me have fluid issues? I've never had to use any of these. This solves fluid issues tricks in my build. I think it depends on scale. I don't know. I was burned over there at my power plant where a lot of the fluid was like I had just the typical manifold like I have set up here with just 1 input at one end of a bunch of machines. And so the machines at one end weren't getting fluid fast enough. So even if I let the fluid pile up, it would just like deplete. The machines at the end wouldn't get fluid quickly enough, and the generators would start turning off and on, off and on. So my power was like all over the place. It was a jumbled mess. So I added the loop back pipe, and then all of a sudden the machines in the center couldn't quite get it, so I added the fluid buffers in the center and on the ends and everything like that. Took a ton of reworking. Like you go look at the stream, like the first stream where I built that. It looks very different than it did on that stream because I spent a ton of time troubleshooting that. Oh no, dang it, I built the lift backwards. There we go. Verse that bad boy. Curve that right into there. There we go. You can get more height and distance from bio by pulsing instead of steady. What? Oh! Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean with the jetpack. Yeah, I get you. Oh, that's fine. It's just for like scaling the cliffside like that. I had plenty of fuel. Okay. That's hooked up. That's our copper output, and you're set, right? Yeah. Okay. Man, look at that copper line. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's the output. I always forget that I hooked up every structure here except the actual these guys. Just hook that up there. Then I'll connect them all on the ends. What the heck? Okay. Oh, well, no, I guess I don't need to technically do that. It'd be kind of janky, but I could do it this way. That'll go down there, so I can connect. I'm gonna do it this way. I don't even care. I don't even care. Ooh, voice crack. Sign I've been streaming for a while. My voice starts to go. I don't even care. Shut up. Shut up, you're throwing off Wazowski's groove. I'm trying to be the guys in Monsters, Inc. I don't even know how good that impression is, but, you know. Love those guys. Good movie, too. Yeah, if I do this sort of like S-curve, I can keep it all in one single line, and I can connect it at one point. Which would be great. You connect there. You connect there. Oop. Turn it back around. And you connect there. Cool. All hooked up. Oop, darn it. Trying to leap over that. Okay, so that's all hooked up. I'm gonna let this intentionally back up. I haven't hooked up the outputs to anything yet. I'm gonna let these back up intentionally so that the manifold balances. That's why I'm trying to hook up the inputs right now and power this on. That way, everything can kind of just balance. Oh, the water. You know what? Actually, let's get this powered on right now. I want the water extractors going so it can fill up the pipe. No. No, okay, we'll do it from here. This is temporary. I say as it's probably becoming a permanent fixture. There we go. But at least we can get the water extractors going to get the pipe network filled up so that when this starts up, it should be good. Hopefully you fill up? Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, good. The head lift is solid. I'm gonna let that fill up in its entirety. Yes. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So now for the 3 manifold lanes of this stuff. So I guess first and foremost, we're gonna have to do. Oh, sorry, looking at chat. Don't try doing 12-hour streams. Innocent look. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. Sorry, I'm reading. I see innocent look. I assume there's an emoji in there. I'm reading it from Streamlabs, not from YouTube itself. That's why I'm reading it out loud. Do straight mode, and we'll do along here. I imagine what I'm going to do is put the factory on top of everything. Oh gosh. No, darn it. No! I'm gonna put the factory over top of all these refineries. So I wanna have like, I might just leave room for a logistics floor. And then sort out all the outputs of all this stuff on one side. No, he just types those. Oh, okay. I'll just... There we go. Oh yeah, because I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. There's a message from him earlier with a smiley face. Okay. Ignore me. Or I am a dump. Whoa! Thanks, autosave. Thanks, autosave. Thanks, man. Hi, buddy. Oh, I need friend. Yes. No. Oh, timed out. Don't really care how this looks, as long as it looks pretty good. Okay. No! I'll just set that here. This is all gonna be covered up, so I really don't care how this looks. My plan is to have the factory kind of extend over the refineries here, and then kind of onto the cliffside. So I don't really care how this looks right here. I mean, just to give you some numbers, let me give you some figures here for what we're looking at here. I need 106.96 constructors alone for just wire. I need 41.12 constructors for iron pipe, but 8 constructors for iron plates. But then for the rotors and stators that go into the motors, I need 46.73 assemblers for just rotors. And then I need 37.38 for, assemblers for just stators. That's not even the thing I'm building. Like, that's not even like the thing I'm building towards. Those aren't even the main attraction. That's just to give me motors. So yeah, I need a ton of space. So that's why I'm fine building out over the water like this. I want to try and get it along the cliffside here because I'm gonna connect a train network here eventually. But yeah, you know. Okay. Let's get you going now. You're one. No, hold on. Oh wait, you wanna be my friend again? Hold on. Be my friend. Be my friend. Oh! Doesn't want to be my friend. You're one, are you... Okay, you're the other one, okay. I need to kind of lead you along, pretty close to this one, actually. I think the input line is, yeah, it's like right here. We could probably just delete this, delete that. Grab you. Grab you. About there, sure. And I'll even back this up a little bit. What? What did I? What I? Oh. I thought I did the thing right. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, okay, fine. I don't want to clip it into the ground like that. Although I have seen some videos. I have seen some videos of people that build, like... I'm intrigued to hear people's thoughts on this that play Satisfactory. They build, like... For the miner, they build like a smelter array that they can place over top of the node and sink into the ground. So that everything with the smelters is underground. It's all clipping into the ground. But I kind of like it how clean it looks by hiding everything underground, because all you have on the surface is the miner, and then the iron ingots that the smelters output. I saw that the other day on a YouTube short, and I'm like, that's actually really interesting. But it breaks the game, and I don't know if people are for that. I mean, this game doesn't really mind all that much clipping. I don't know. All right, let's send this guy along here. Here. I don't know if there are people out there that consider themselves a purist, which is fine. That's cool too. Or, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, just, it intrigues me is all. It intrigues me. That's the best way I could put it. About, yeah, there. Get around that tree. That's good enough. Okay. Okay, looks like the water is saturated in the system. Wait, let me see if the actual refineries are. I think they are since they're powered on. They're just waiting for the iron at this point. Yes, good. Okay. It's a good test. It allows me to troubleshoot off camera if need be. Let's go ahead and take you. Do a power pole just to make it look a little more natural. That one there. Oh no, there's one here. Yes? Yeah. And then do a little daisy chain along this path here with this. And one more. One more, can't hurt. There we go. So you aren't playing like let's game it out. I don't mind minor clipping, but things like that are improper. See, I know there's some people that are purists, and I respect it. I respect that. But yeah, oh hey, why aren't you? Oh, there we go, fixed it. Are you moving? Oh, you're not connected, whoops. Yeah, that would certainly help if this was connected. There we go. That's moving at the rate I need, right? Alright, cool. I don't think you can do LGIO style if I tried. I don't know. I like it. I like it in terms of. I get why people don't like it, but I like it in terms of keeping some things clean, like just basic processing like that, basic resource processing. If you're trying to go for like stylistic builds, I think you'd kind of want to keep the resources. I don't know. It reads to me similar as that like a logistics floor. It's just like something you can just hide. But yeah. All right. We're moving. We're moving. Again, I'm just letting this back up for right now. Wow, look at that. Just gonna let this back up for now. And then, oh, no, get me up there, get me up there, get me up there. No! Okay, whatever. And then, yeah, I guess the next logical step would be to put in somewhere around here. Oh, hello. Oh, I gotta connect to you. Yet another one I forgot to connect. There we go. Beautiful. That's a heck of a manifold. I'm particularly worried about the copper line here. I hope that we're okay. Gosh, I hope we're okay. It's amazing to me that this only produces 2 lines worth of factory. That's 36.461 and it's 22 on either side of these lines. That's, oh, 36.641, 461, sorry, 461. times 22. Oh, it doesn't. I actually don't have the right belt speeds, so I can't connect them all like this. I mean, if I have to split it into 4, that's fine too, because I'm gonna have to split these up like crazy when it comes time to, I have to split these up like crazy when it comes time to actually distribute them amongst all the constructors that I'm gonna have to build. So maybe having 4 to work with is fine. Right now, I'm just trying to get all of these to back up in the resource, like back up with resources, so that balances out the manifolds, like I said. So while that's doing that, I'm gonna start finding a good good height to put the next level of the factory. We'll start here. How's that? I want it decently above all the refineries just so that I can fly around and do troubleshooting wherever necessary later in the game, if possible, but I also need it high enough, so that probably needs to go a bit higher. High enough so that that stuff kind of remains hidden too. Probably there? Let's zoom this out, see if there we go. One thing I did see from another short as well that also utilizes the same, not glitching, but just like passing through the surface. I saw another short where someone made train tunnels using blueprint designs. And I'm like, man, I know it's improper, but it's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. I'm very tempted. I'm not gonna leave this foundation up clipping into the tree, because I also don't like clipping. Maybe I'm a bit of a purist. I don't like clipping when it's very deliberate, or like when it's very like, yeah, like a foundation, like, or it's like the foundation's halfway into the cliffside like that, but with like a machine. But the foundation, I don't really care because it looks like you're just kind of molding it into the ground. But with a machine doing that, I don't like that. But if it's intentional though, in its design, and it's very well hidden, I kind of like that. That's a different story, you know? I don't know. I'm probably angering a lot of Satisfactory purists, and I respect your anger. I do. I understand where your frustrations are coming from. I just think it looks kind of cool. Like, especially utilizing that clipping to effectively make train tunnels through a mountain. That's cool. That's kind of cool. It makes me want to try it. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna fill this in, and then I think I'm gonna have to call it a stream. Got another day of work tomorrow, despite the fact that it's Friday. I wish I wasn't working, but you know. Them's the breaks. Might not utilize all of this platform like I did down below. Might utilize some of it. We'll see. But yeah, as long as I can have like a good base area to work with, I think that's a good start. Kind of want to see what it looks like from a distance too with this platform sitting here. Because it is kind of bulky and in your face. What if in one update they let you change terrain a small way like a train tunnel? I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they go for that. I feel like, well, maybe if they handled it like if you place certain structures on the Earth, it'll shape it. But then if you remove it, it'll just go back to the default. Maybe they do it then. I doubt it though. I don't know. It's intriguing. Oh, darn it. Okay, fine, I'll go this way. I gotta be a little bit careful with my foundation usage. I don't. No, I don't. I don't have anything currently. I'm not currently sending my sending any concrete to the what's this thing called? Dimensional Depot. Not sending any to the Dimensional Depot right now because I had to dismantle the setup I did have, which is over the electronics desert, to make room for the train that I have going through there. I'm actually running low. Look at that. Running real though. There are caves you can build trains through, though. Building a dual track through the crystal cave is fun. See, I want to do that, too. I mean, I have a couple machines in the way from the electronics desert that are underground, but I could totally put a train through there. Yeah, that's the thing. So, like, there are already cool networks of landscape that you can build train systems through, so I don't know if terraforming would be a good step forward. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to build this not over the water, more so over the land. Kind of work it into this like little peninsula thing right here. We'll see. We'll see. But I think for now, though, unfortunately, that's gonna have to do it for me. It was still a pretty decent stream. I streamed for about 3 hours. I thought I was going to stream for that long, but yeah, I do need to get to bed. I got an early start for tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Thank you all for those that stopped by. Of course, if you like the stream, make sure you like the stream. If you want to keep up with the channel, everything that's going on here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And above all else, make sure you leave a comment. Love reading your comments. They just make my day. But y'all have yourself a lovely weekend. Hopefully beautiful weather where you are tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful weather for me, but unfortunately, I got to go to work. So, stinks, but you know. Still though, look, enjoy it for me, please. Enjoy it for me. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. And I'll catch y'all in the next live stream.